almost over here. Let's talk about 4 simple ways to get out of the rat race. One thing you should know, the world is changing faster than anyone could have predicted. You've heard that before, the world's changing. There's good news and bad news about the modern world. The good news is, for example, Black Friday, just a few days ago, 6.2 billion purchased online, biggest ever. Department stores going out of business, and it's going to continue to happen. Over 100 retail, 100 well-known brands have already gone out of business or are in the process of going bankrupt or disappearing. Huge ones. Even Victoria's Secret, if you saw the news, CEO resigned, sales are slumping. Huge brands. So that's the bad news if you are in those brands, if you're an investor in them. The good news is, who's going to fill the vacuum? See, think about this. More people buying online, but brands going down. So it's not like people aren't buying stuff. They're just not buying stuff from the old existing brands. So that's an opportunity for you to create a brand. And we see that out of the blue, people are becoming millionaires, billionaires. I don't know if you saw the new redesign I'm doing on my website, my 300 group. I'm posting my top 300 students over the last year or two. My top student did 4 years ago when he started listening to me in 2014. He had to have his mom print off the videos and podcasts because he was in prison. He was in like an 8x14 cell. Now he's doing more than 25 million net a year. 4 years later, he's in 4 of my programs. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. 4 surprisingly simple ways to get out of the rat race, 4 things. And then we've had this Black Friday, Cyber Monday thing running. The 4 programs that teach this, we okay?
Yeah, that was on, this got unplugged real quick.
Was there no sound so far?
There was no sound for these 2.
Oh, was that Instagram?
Yeah.
Ooh, we should probably reset them.
This one's reconnecting. You want me just to reset this?
I mean, if no one could hear anything. Sorry, you guys might have to hear that again. So what's on YouTube?
YouTube, Facebook are good. Sounds fine.
Okay, I'll keep talking. Yes, reset and delete those. That's no good. I mean, what's the point of the live call if no one could hear it? So while that's going, let me take a few questions because we're going to reset this other thing. What do you think are the 4 biggest opportunities? Tell me when, Sam.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Just delete them. Okay.
Oh, I'm going to clean my glasses while we do this. Okay. What are you working on?
Comments.
Okay. I can always pull them up on my phone. I'm in New York, by the way. Spending more time on the East Coast, less time in California. You should just come flip around this side so I can see the ones while you're fixing the other ones. I don't think you're in the shot.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting these up again.
This is Twitter and Instagram. What's up, Twitter and Instagram? You're a little bit late. We had one cord unplugged, so there was no audio. I'm talking about Cyber Monday. 6.2 billion in sales on on Black Friday. 100 brands going out of business or already have gone out of business, yet more sales ever online. So you're going to hear the news that everything in the world's getting worse and everything's getting bad, but it's actually getting better unless you own Victoria's Secret, unless you own Sears, unless you own, Walmart. All these companies are, and what's up? Amazon is up. Companies that are just selling online, not just Amazon, obviously Apple's up. Basically everything that's based on the new technology is up. So I've been doing this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is almost over. This basically, you get 4 of my programs, my 4 top programs that have produced the most results. Top student did 300, top student in my 300 group. I just visited him, shooting a testimonial video. It's insane. He, 4 years ago, he started listening to me. He was in prison in a like 12 by 20 or 8 by 20 cell. And this year he netted over $25 million. He's in 4 of my programs. So that kind of inspired this talk. It inspired the Black Friday special I did where you could get my 4 top programs, the one that he got into on social media marketing, e-commerce, real estate investing, and improving your credit, because that 4th one is important. He did 79 real estate deals this year since April. He's got an e-commerce business and a social media marketing agency. So over 25 million net. It's pretty good. Okay. Somebody said I bought it. I love it. Anyone in this chat has ever proven this? Yeah, I've been posting screenshots with the people's actual Instagram and Snapchat and contact information for many years. So for anybody, people used to think that these were just, you know, I made up these testimonials, but now when I post a testimonial, I used to scratch out their Instagram name, but so many people are cynical nowadays because they don't understand the new world. They don't understand that this is going to accelerate and happen more and more, and people are still stuck in the old way. If you're stuck in the old ways, you change or die, baby. Change or die. That's the future. You want to know what your bank account's going to look like? A year from now, a month from now, a day from now, change or die, adapt or die. And a lot of you have a college degree. You got it in the old world. You better re-educate or die. I'm serious about that right now. And that's been that way for a while, but it's definitely that way now. So, okay. Here's my, let me get my little Instagram on here. Somebody said boom shakalaka. What is this about? What products do you sell in e-commerce? Somebody said he doesn't. Shit, you don't know. You don't know nothing about me. Let's see how much I sold in e-commerce. Some people, there's a myth that I only make money by telling other people how to make money. Please. That's all for the lame-os that can't come up with a better critique of me. So they just go, this guy don't know how to make. You don't think I know how to make money online? Shit, I'm one of the original people making money online in this whole game. You see all these people talking about making money online? I was in Google AdWords the second month it came out. Okay? I started when I was a teenager. It's 2001, 2002. I was in Facebook beta ads, 2008. But I'll show you here, for those of you. I'll log into my Stripe account for one of my businesses, e-commerce. We ship people books. We've got the Walmart as a client, 64,000 customers on recurring membership. So I'll log into that account. Let me get my LastPass password here. LastPass, by the way, is a great app. I'm not endorsing it for money or anything, but it just, I store LastPass, OnePass. There's a couple good ones out there. Don't use 1Password for all your websites unless you're a moron. You're gonna get hacked. You're gonna regret it. Okay, let's look at MentorBox today. I haven't looked in a few days. There, $23,000 today. Who said I don't know about e-commerce? That's just one business I don't even pay attention to. Let's see. $11.3 million. That's a business I spend 1 hour a quarter on, maybe 1 hour a month at the most. So, yeah. Just launched a company called Grass-Fed Brands. We're changing the name to Farmer's Box. Dude, that business grew so fast, e-commerce, in the last 3 weeks I launched that, using all the techniques that I teach people. We had to slow it down because we can't even supply enough food fast enough. We've got to get our suppliers. It's a great problem to have, more customers than you have supply. I hope all you launch businesses like that. So, okay. You don't use PayPal? I hate PayPal for the most part. Little advice to you guys. If most of you are going to start out with PayPal, PayPal is going to freeze your account. Even Stripe is kind of like that. I have my own, most of my processing is through direct relationships that I have with banks. Okay. Let's do four simplest ideas. By the way, I'm going to put this, there's a link below because Cyber Monday is almost over. I've been doing this special. You can save $2,100 on my courses. Usually the courses, when there's no scholarship, are $697 a piece. So about $700 times 4 is $2,800. Now you can get one of them for I think $197 or all four for $497. Real estate, e-com, credit, and social media. These are the 4 things. Basically, here's how the 4 things you need to know. So look, this is how the game goes. The simplest way. Simple yet complex, okay? All right. You have to have a presence online, okay? And that still is a website. So you have your presence. People know you're around. Like I have tailopez.com or I have mentorbox.com, right? We're launching farmersbox.com. We have grassfedbrands.com right now. But you have to establish a presence. Okay, that's number 1. Some of you know how to do that. That is called, I will put that under the category of e-commerce. Okay, that's primarily where people are going to buy from you. On Amazon, you go to their website or their app, okay? So that's your presence. Now, next thing, you have to get paying customers to know about your presence. There's over 1 billion web pages online, 1 billion. So nobody's just going to find out about your site if you put it up. So you need social media marketing, SMM, social media marketing. The best way, I was just with The Rock in London. I was on the set of the new Fast and Furious. It's a spinoff with Jason Statham. And The Rock was funny. I was there to meet The Rock and talk to him on some stuff. I'm going to post a video soon. We shot a video on his phone. I'm waiting for Universal. Has to go through their compliance because it's a very big movie. Anyway, Jason Statham came up to me. I wasn't even supposed to meet him. And he goes, dude, I watch your videos, book of the day. And we started talking for like 10, 15 minutes. That's social media. He didn't hear about me just because I have a website, because a website, nobody randomly stumbles upon your website. Even if you're good at SEO, for the most part, they're going to find you in the modern world through social media marketing. Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, email marketing. I put email in social media. Email is social media in the same sense that Snapchat stories are a one-time blast to people and they can't talk to each other. So anyway, that's for another conversation. Email, these are the ways that you get people to go to your website and buy. Now, what do you need to know? There's things you need to have. You need to have your merchant processing. You need to have the design correct. You need to have funnels, right? Now, with social media marketing, me and my business partner, Alex, have spent over $500 million on our businesses. 500 million. Let me just make that clear. Some people go, oh, Ty doesn't know what he's talking about. Ty and Alex don't know what I'm talking about. Bullshit. Show me one other person you know online that spent $500 million on YouTube and Facebook on their own businesses, not as an agency, our own stuff, okay? 500 million, and that's underestimating. So you gotta know how to create your audiences, your video creatives. You have to know how to create the funnels and the landing pages. You need to have upgrades to profit maximize, all this stuff. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Now, third thing you have to know, once you make money, okay, where do you invest it? Hopefully these 2 start generating profit. You gotta have profit or it's not real. Cash flow, profit. Not all cash flow is profit, but you need to create the kind of cash flow that is profitable cash flow. And so, what do you invest in? Well, basically every millionaire and billionaire, what do they invest in that they don't teach you in school? Real estate. So a great place to invest the profits from these 2 things is in real estate. And you should, I don't put all my net worth in real estate. That's not my main business. But you want to have probably 10 to 20% of your net worth in real estate. And there's about 6 different kinds of real estate. You can do commercial real estate. You can do residential. You can do multifamily. You can do, the type of real estate holding period. So you can do buy and hold and rent it out. You can do fix and flip. You can do wholesaling. And then you can do raw land. I like raw land. Like I'm looking at a piece of land that is 110 acres. That has city water, city sewage. You could put a subdivision there if you want to. I don't really like to subdivide land because I like to keep it somewhat in its natural place, back to nature, so to speak. This is a really beautiful place with a mountain in the background. So I'm probably not going to develop it, but I have the option. You want flexible options. So that's an option to do raw land. I bought this year in the United States, I've bought about 600 acres in the last 18 months of raw land. Some of it can be developed, some of it can be just kept as a long-term hedge against inflation. Some people like to invest in gold. I'd rather own real estate. The amount of gold in the world, current value, is the same value as the amount of real estate there is in the United States. If you ask me, if I had a choice between owning all the land in America or owning all the gold in the world, give me the land, because the land is an asset producing. You have agriculture, you have residential, you have homes, you have timber, all that. So gold is not some people love gold. One of my brothers was always big on gold. Gold is more volatile than land in the long term, although gold can be a good investment in certain scenarios. But for me, like I said, it'd be great to own all the gold in the world, don't get me wrong. But imagine owning all the real estate in the entire United States. They're valued about the same trillion, multi-trillion valuation. So I like land as a long-term hedge and a bet on the long-term economy. Okay, now, one thing, the fourth thing, 1, 2, 3, to create the profit. There is a fourth thing that you need to know. In order to make all these work, especially these two, you want to have good credit, believe it or not, especially for land. I mean, you can do in the real estate investment course, for those of you getting in, you can buy real estate with bad credit. You can look for hard money loans, which is collateralized against the property. You can look for alternative financing. You can get family and friends. You can use cash. You can swap things out. I mean, there's a lot of things, but trust me, if you have good credit, it's a heck of a lot easier. Okay, and then also when you get merchant accounts to process, it's great to have good credit. Social media, like one of my businesses with Facebook, we have a $2 million monthly line of credit. Might even be more. So 2 million, that's a line of credit. The more credit you have, the more you can scale quickly. And it's an alternative way to raise cash. It takes money to make money, but you don't have to have all the money. You can get it from other sources. Credit is a great way to get it. One of my top students, he has $13 million in open credit lines. He doesn't use them that much, but when he needs them to increase his inventory, 13 million at very low interest rates, tax deductible, or if he pays it off in 30 days, is free. So anyway, those are the 4 programs. I'll talk more about these, but I'd love for you guys to get in them, not just because I make money. Sure, that is a profit incentive. You always want to, I mean, some people try to say, oh, Tai, you're just doing this because you make a profit. Well, do you go into Subway sandwiches and go, you're just making my sandwich because you make a profit? No shit. What do you think? They're going to stand in the Subway place for free and make you a sandwich just out of the goodness of their heart? You know, people are like, Tai, you should give away all this for free. Why? I don't know you. Why do I owe you? I don't owe you anything. I went out and earned this stuff. Took me a decade or more and millions of dollars to learn. I spent $50 million trying to piece together social media marketing, web, real estate, all these things of my own money. I got to give you that for free? Where? That's not an American principle. American principle is you could trademark and copyright and patent stuff. Does Elon Musk give you the formula to build a Tesla on your own and just go, oh yeah, I spent billions on it, here you go. So people like that are just too stupid to warrant, you know, conversation. What you should be asking yourself is, what's the return on my investment? If you get in these 4 programs that right now, because of Cyber Monday and Black Friday that I have, are you going to get more than your money's worth? Well, look at the alternatives. You can spend $497 and get all 4 of these programs, or you can do $197 per program and get them, which is $2,100 off. Or you can go to college. Go to college. Go to college, baby. Learn about credit in college. Learn about e-commerce from some professor that can't even, he's just learning Facebook. Go. I don't care. I do all these things. You see, you want to learn from people who are doing, and that's a hard topic. Go spend 4 years and get in debt 50 grand to learn this stuff. I'm happy. The more stupid competitors I have, the happier I am. As Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger said, if it wasn't for the stupidity of most people, they wouldn't be so rich. So sometimes people go, prove to me that I should get in your programs. I'm like, why? Why? You don't have to have a high IQ, but you need to have street smarts and common sense. And somebody who can't do the math, they're just not worth talking to. You will learn that in life. You can't fix stupid. Remember that. Okay, questions. Michael Verilek, I just bought the 4 programs of your Cyber Monday deal. Really looking forward to it. Which one should you start with? Flip a coin. It doesn't matter. And like literally just don't. Anytime somebody asks that, they're overthinking it. If you got 4 cool pairs of shoes or 4 different cars or 4 tickets to travel around the world to amazing destinations, don't ever get paired. That's a good problem to have. You know? That's a good problem to have. Why you? Yeah. So today, e-commerce, $23,300 for Mentor Box, 749 payments, 198 new customers, and then the other ones were rebills, 500 rebills today. You want to set up businesses if you can on rebill. That's just one of my smaller businesses that I've been sharing the growth. When I started, you know, we started out at 0. Me and Alex puts a little bit of money in, 100 grand each. And yeah. Ty, how do I get into the credit mentor private group? You should see an option there. You can contact support. Give it a day or two. We got overwhelmed. Like it went insane how many people wanting to get into this. I'll read a few of your guys' names right now. Okay, Tyrell Thomas. Oh shit. Adam Gomez, Dylan Buckley, Chad Bustani, Michael Pudlo, Patrick. This one is not going to be able to show all this. There's an insane amount of people.
Can you dim your screen a little bit too?
Yeah. I'm just telling you, you're not going to be able to see all these. I could scroll. It's a lot of people. Oops. It's a lot of people today getting in. These programs that I have, as far as I know, they're the biggest online programs. More people have gone through them than any other programs in the world on course and career stuff. Sometimes, if you want some assurance that this stuff's good, my social media marketing agency programs train more people in social media than any program in history, more than any university, more than anybody teaching. You know, these programs are big. So we've had the chance to put good stuff in them, you know? Somebody said, Ty, everybody is stupid, Lopez. I don't think everybody is stupid. I just said, thank God for stupid competitors. It's kind of like I saw a UFC fight the other day where this pro boxer, kickboxer, who's such a good fighter, somehow he got matched up with like a dude who has not worked out in 33 years. I swear. He knocked the guy out in 1 second. Everybody in the Instagram comments were like, why was this guy even fighting this other guy? And I was thinking, it's another win on his KO record. Like, he's not complaining. If you get a bum to fight you, you're like, great.
Someone asked, is the real estate program good for advanced people too?
Yeah.
With experience?
Yes. Because here's the thing, in the real estate program, I have all kinds of different people mentoring you with different strategies. Odds are you're not doing all these strategies. By the way, Zach, one of the people who teaches in the program, Zach Ross, we have his tax returns. 2015, he made $30,000 from his career, regular job. I forget what he did, but he made 1.1 million or something. Was that right? Maybe it was like 400,000. I don't know, a lot. He went from like 10x his income, real estate, using one specific strategy. He has the whole scripts, calling realtors, calling people how to find the properties, how to fix and flip them. I'll show you. This program was pretty cool. Here's the actual video. That's actual Zach teaching in the real estate. Oh wait, let me turn my screen rotation around. Yeah, check this out. This is cool. I won't play this whole thing, but this guy right here, these two guys, his student, I think this is him. He's 18, got into the wholesaling course 5 minutes ago, and now, 5 months ago. 5 months ago. We can listen to this whole thing. Let me hear.
So I have Jose with me. He just made his first $115,000 wholesale fee. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
nice deal, Jose.
He got one deal, one wholesale. Wholesaling is where you don't own the real estate. You just basically find a property that you think somebody else who wants to fix it up will buy from you. You buy it, you put it under contract temporarily. If the deal doesn't go through, you hardly lose any money because you don't put much of a deposit down. Anyway, he made $115,000 on one real estate wholesale flip deal. Usually you only make, like, that's abnormal. Usually you only make 5 to 15,000 profit. He made 115,000 profit in his first 5 months in the program from one deal. Not bad, right? Okay. Let's see. When you buy land, make sure you can pay the taxes that keep coming. Real estate prices are inflated. Any idiot can build a house. Yeah, but here's the thing about real estate. I buy real estate. If you put some real estate you can put in conservation. I got real estate in conservation. My total, I got a 250 acres. My total taxes are $1,000 a year. So Ty looks like he always just woke up. Thank you. I actually did. I was sleeping today. I'm catching up on my sleep. This is like Jimmy Kimmel, or was it Jimmy Kimmel's mean tweets? I like those. I do those every once in a while. Here, you want to hear a mean tweet somebody wrote about me? It wasn't a tweet. I think it was a YouTube comment, but same thing. Let me see. Some of these are so funny, man. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. This is a screenshot somebody wrote me, Instagram DM. It's at Sir_Campbell, Camble. Hello, Ty. First, I would like to say you are extremely annoying. But funny enough, a lot of the times you say things I need to hear. I live in South Africa. I've been working in Dubai and other parts of the world, but I really like to take my skills to the next level. I think you'd be a great mentor. So now he's asking me. So this is the worst way to ever get somebody to help you. Start out by going, your YouTube ads are extremely annoying. Oh, by the way, will you help me make money? I didn't reply to him. Somebody said Ty. This guy said Ty looks like he just woke up. This guy said Ty looks like a rat that competes for resources near city dumpsters. That was the most creative one. I don't even know what that means. Is there a certain look that a rat that competes for resources? That's great. Fernando, what items are you selling with your online business? This is another one. I'm going to have to create a destruction video to all these people that think I don't sell anything except my programs. What am I selling? Books. Books. That's what Jeff Bezos started with, by the way. Made him the richest man in the world. So books. We do nonfiction books. We just had Reid Hoffman, the billionaire founder of LinkedIn. We just had him teach his book. So books, food, grass-fed brands and Farmer's Box. We're renaming it Farmer's Box. We just shipped 6,000 pounds of food last week of meat, grass-fed, organic, beef, chicken, pork. We now have lamb. Okay, so food. I'm going about all the big industries. Clothing. A Better Man is a male clothing line. I just had to re-up from a warehouse shipping jackets. So, protein shake company, Lean 67. There you go. That's 4 things. How many are you selling online, my friend? Okay. Ty, I want to get in. I'm from Venezuela, but I don't have a credit card. Eesh. Contact my customer support. It's pretty hard if you're in Venezuela and you don't have a credit card. We'll figure out something. Ty, I'm overseas for another year. How should I start up my business when it's almost impossible to talk and meet up with people that are interested in investing? You don't need that much money to start a business. We started a Better Man recently, a clothing line. I started that business for under $5,000. Really, I could have started for under $1,000. You know, we're shipping a box of clothing to guys, and using the formula, you got social media marketing ads, you build your web presence, you can build a website. We'll show you. By the way, some of you should get in this Cyber Monday special deal I'm doing. The link is down below or somewhere if you look in the title. Or what's the backup link they can do? I'll tell you why you should. Because Christmas is coming up. It's still time to get a pop-up e-commerce site up.
It's just Cyber Monday Live.
Okay, so here's the link. TaiLopez.com. This is gonna hardly fit. Cyber Monday Live. One word. Cyber Monday Live. I should probably rewrite that somewhere. Anyway, why do you use ClickFunnels for your products instead of Shopify? We mostly use our own software. We only use ClickFunnels for 1 or 2 businesses. But ClickFunnels, it's fine. I started building my own software in 2008. I just don't license it to other people. What's the 69th step for success? My 67 steps was originally 300 steps, but I didn't figure people really would take the time to learn 300 things. You really need 300 things. So I made something called 67 steps. It's the most important 67 out of the 300. But there's a lot I didn't put in there, man. Todd, do you think your success stories are down to hard work or luck? Well, look, all of life has some luck. If you're watching this right now, you're lucky you got electricity. 1.2 billion people don't have water every day when they wake up, and they got to go down to the river and get dirty water to drink. So this thing about luck is always a stupid question because you're alive, man. You could have been born bubonic plague times where 1/3 of populations were wiped out or more. So yeah, everything's luck. Everything's luck. Next, what's the conversation? I mean, this is a stupid conversation. Are you trying to say, does intelligence, does hard work, does working smart, does getting trained, does getting mentored increase the chance of odds that you'll make money? What do you think? That's my answer to people. People really want to battle me sometimes about like, yo, they want to battle. I'll be like, oh, are you saying like getting a mentor and reading books like makes you rich, man? I'm like, do you want to battle this? Is this your brain power level? You just like chug along at that level. You can't understand the nuances of life. Here's the nuance of life. The more you learn, the more you earn. How about that? That's Warren Buffett's book for first graders. It doesn't mean that learning alone makes you earn more. It doesn't mean that an ignorant person can't become rich. An ignorant person can get lucky. They can inherit money. They can stumble upon a business at the right time in the right place. They can know not much and make money. But life's a poker game, baby. You're playing a deck of hands that you had no influence over, your DNA. And so what makes a good poker player? Is it luck? Well, if it was pure luck, then anybody could grab a deck of cards for a week, learn the basic rules, and win, a poker tournament. But they don't. Now, the same person doesn't always win the poker tournament, but the people who understand how to play the odds and increase the odds in their favor, they win in the long run. Backgammon is another game I play with my grandma. It's all about odds. And so, does getting in these 4 programs guarantee you'll be wealthy? No, you could never open them. That's what about 20% of people who have ever bought one of my online programs, video and audio, have never logged in. So is that the program's fault? Is that my fault that we don't have a 100% success rate? Of course we don't have a 100% success rate. If 20% of people don't even log in, what's your point? What does have a 100% success rate? College? Your community college class got a 100% chance? All those people go on to do big things and recoup the money they spent? BS. No, that's not true. Nothing always works. And if you can't wrap your head around that, you're gonna be stuck in the status quo for the rest of your life. Life is about increasing the odds. And the way you increase the odds is you learn more stuff. Learn more stuff, man. With poker, there is a method. Heck yeah, there's a method to business. Why do you think we can roll out? What do you think of being a serial entrepreneur is? Once is luck, twice is skill. Once is luck, twice is skill. I've launched multiple multi-million-dollar, 7, 8-figure companies in a row. What do you want? Is that luck? Yeah, it's luck. I was born in America. I don't have, mental handicaps that would make it hard for me to do things. Some people are born and life is against them, and it's fate is a hard thing. You just do your best with what you have, and don't blame so much, and don't overthink so much. Just go do stuff. I can promise you this. I posted a tweet. I said, If each of you gets on the phone more often and not, one of my mentors, Mike Steinbeck, said, Tai, if you're not afraid of the phone, meaning when times are tough, if you can make activity and start talking to investors and start talking to customers and start calling mentors and say, yo, help me, or how can I help you? He said, if you're not afraid of the phone, if you're courageous, you'll always have money in your bank account. Always. And you know, that advice he told me when I was 20 years old has never failed me to this day. When things aren't going well, if you take fate into your own hands, get active, start doing stuff. Even if it pivots into something else later, it always works. So for those of you who are up against tremendously hard financial times right now, I promise you this, there is a way out. And there's always two ways out. One is to resign yourself to the status quo. That is a way out. That's how people go to their grave. Most people go path one. And it works, and we all die, and it doesn't matter at the end how big your business was, because everybody's business is the same size when you're in a grave. Everybody's bank account. But if you want to enjoy life on the way to the grave, you might as well do what you can, and that's my philosophy. And it's not too complicated, and it doesn't overthink it. And what happens is I'll give you an example. Right now, if somebody sends me a book, I don't go to Amazon and look at the reviews. Okay? Here's why. I can just open the book, skim through a few chapters, and decide for myself whether it's a book that's going to be helpful to me. I don't have to overthink it. I don't have to go and look at a Yelp review. I don't have to go look at Amazon book reviews and take other people's judgments. I just go, it doesn't take that much time. A book will cost me 10 to 20 bucks. Conferences. I go to conferences. I used to, have to pay. Now a lot of times I get to go for free. But back when I was having to pay for them, most conferences are between $400 and $2,000. I used to overthink it, and then I realized, don't overthink it, just go, because almost always you get your money's back. Money's worth. I've never gone to a conference where I didn't meet somebody in the hallway, I didn't hear one speaker, I didn't get one creative idea that didn't 10 times pay whatever I paid for it. So that's what I'm saying about overthink it. People go, even with the programs, they're like, which one should I go in first? Well, I just told you, you kind of need all of them. So why does it matter the order? It doesn't matter. It's like lifting weights. Should you bench press or do back first? Or, switch it up is the actual answer. Trick the muscle. Okay, I have a 9-to-5 job, minimum wage, and I have an 8-month-old baby, and I want to give him stuff I've never had. Well, Manuel, listen to me. You get paid in proportion to the difficulty of problems you can solve. And if you have no training and you don't know what you're doing, you will be stuck at that low income level. That's just how the world works now. It's not fair, but it is how it is, man. Lots of stuff's not fair about this world. You know the strange thing about people who talk about how unfair the world is? They're not really worried that, 1 million kids are born with HIV in Africa. They don't really go on their Twitter and go, you know what's not fair? That's not fair. That's really not fair. They go, you know what's not fair? My boss fired me. The US economy is only growing at 3%. It should be 6%. Unemployment is at 12. It should be 6. We have these trivial things that we turn into big deals, and we don't even care about the big problems in the world. Manuel, I promise you the world's unfair, and it's not going to change in your lifetime. So the world's been unfair for thousands of years. I just read a history book. I mean, dude, the world's been so much more unfair than it's ever been. Today, for the book of the day, I read this story of a doctor who worked in Auschwitz. Mengele was Nazi Germany's head examiner doctor. He was an evil guy who tortured people. And this was a Jewish doctor that was forced to serve underneath him. And they gassed, they would bring little kids, little girls, put them in a room and set them on fire, literally, or throw them to death, or throw them. This is what's unfair. All the problems that I see on my social media where people are worried, I'm like, you don't even know what real problems are. We don't even know what real problems are. Seriously. A few of you do, but most of us don't. Okay? So don't feel sorry for yourself, Manuel. Just go, I have a daughter. I need to re-educate myself, retrain myself in the new world that's emerged in the last few years. Old business ways aren't working anymore. Old ways of making money don't work anymore, or they're slowly fading out. It's time to try something new. And so you might as well learn something new, man. So what's the best way to invest $100? Probably in educating your brain, because with $100, you're not going to be able to launch anything massive. I mean, you could do real estate wholesaling. You can definitely start e-commerce. But once again, I always start any new industry I want to get into, I spend money learning about it. Pretty simple. Then the next set of money that I accumulate, I spend on launching it. So it's like learn, launch, learn, launch, learn, launch. But you don't have to learn for 4 years like they do at college. You don't need 4 years to learn e-commerce or business. You do not. My business partner, Alex, got an MBA from, where'd he go? Berkeley or Stanford. He was halfway through it. He dropped out, started a business called Zeusk, raised $80 million for it. They do $15 million a month on rebilling. They did $200 million in revenue. Should he stayed at Berkeley MBA? No, he didn't need it. He learned it by going out and accomplishing stuff and doing stuff. So once again, don't worry about the mistakes. Just begin, my friend. Okay. So where do you go to learn the new? Well, you're right here. This is a new way to learn. Live streaming is new. It won't be new in 20 years. Your kids are going to learn right like this. Their math teacher is going to be right here. Their language teacher, English teacher is going to be right here on a live call. And it's going to be virtual reality. It's going to be your kid's not going to go in. You know the best solution for school shootings, as horrible it is, you could say get rid of guns. Okay. Best one is don't have your kids concentrated in a big building. How about that one? Now people say that's not realistic because then the kids are at home and the parents have to go to work. Well, what if the parents didn't have to go to a building? What if you could work from home? Working from home is great, man. You know why I became an entrepreneur is basically 2 reasons. Freedom, and number 2, I worked for a big company, GE, which was the biggest company in the world, for like 6 months, and I hated it, and I said, I'm never gonna do this again. I have offices, but I go into them. I had an office in LA for, how long did we have the Burbank one? For 2 years, and I forgot to go in. I never once saw it in 2 years. I don't like offices. And so one way to stop school shootings is not put 2,000 kids in one building. Have 2,000 kids be at home with their parents and family. It's a lot healthier that way. And then you have live streaming come in. You could have tutor systems. There's a lot of ways you could do it. Those of you who argue with me, you're going to be laughed at in 10 years because that's 20 years. That's how people are going to learn. You think they're going to go to school? Come on, man. You know why you don't want to go to school is because most teachers don't know what they're doing. I remember I had a history teacher who was the gym teacher, but they didn't have a history teacher, so they stuck the gym teacher in there, and they just read the textbook all day and bored all the kids to death. I'd rather learn history from the best historian in the world. He might live in Abu Dhabi. He might live in Bangladesh. I don't care. Let him live stream in. That's the future. Anyway, somebody says, wherever I have children, they will be home with me. You are speaking the truth, Tai. How do you make money increase when you're sleeping? Real estate and business. That's your best bet. Stock markets, okay, goes up and down. All education should be internet-based. Yep. Do you need a professional designer? Good little tip for you guys. My friend started this site, but I don't make any money. So this is not a paid endorsement. I'm gonna recycle this, don't worry. Recycling happening. We do not burn this stuff. We do not throw it in the landfill. Okay, go here to this website, 99 Designs. So once those of you who get in the e-commerce program, you can start out with a simple template from Shopify or ClickFunnels. Over time, you want to make your own customized design. Go to 99 Designs. It's cheap. They make logos and all that, and like 50 people make a design. Again, I'm not an affiliate. I don't really care if you use them if you want to, but Tai, what's the difference between your Cyber Monday deal and the deal you have for $6.97 on our site? You're on the wrong part of our site. Use this special link. You're about to pay too much money, my friend. Right here. So that's to get your designs. If you want to get the Cyber Monday deal, you just go right here. Tai Lopez facebook.com/ what is it again?
Cyber Monday Live.
Cyber, oops, that's a R. Monday, oops, damn it. Live. That's one word, Cyber Monday Live. TaiLopez.com, or just click the link below. Tai, I just started my supplement company. What's your advice to grow as quickly as possible? Going back, let me have that one piece of paper there. You need social media. Each of you must master social media. I've been watching social media for a while. Right here. Social media. That's how, once you build your website, you got to use social media ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, use Twitter, create virality, email marketing, for sure email. Let me repeat, for sure email. I have one of the biggest email lists in the world in this niche. I probably have the biggest, I'm not sure, but if not the biggest, and it's a huge source of recurring revenue. Okay? Tai, you're having your mastermind at your house again. For those of you in the mastermind, my next one's in New York. Okay. Did you go to Sunny Hills High School? No. Where did that come from? There's so many web pages about me that's not true. My age online isn't true. My birthday online isn't true. My net worth online isn't true. Now there's a new place that I went to, Sunny Hills High School. I went to Enloe. I went to a few high schools, but I went to Enloe High School in North Carolina. That's where I played basketball. It's a good school. A lot of NBA players came from my school and my league. John Wall, Jerry Stackhouse, Michael Jordan. Small names like that in sports. But North Carolina's basketball country. Nate McMillan, if you remember, he coaches now. Pistol Pete Maravich. That was before my day. Somebody said, Tai, only 5 million for your net worth isn't right. Definitely not right, but I never mind it being that low. Who cares? People who Google your net worth are kind of idiots. Because the point of wealth is not to have a website with your net worth. It's just to have it. And I'll tell you what your goal should be. The goal is not a net worth number. It's not to have 5 million or 50 million or 100 million or 1 million. The goal is, it depends on where you live. See, if I lived in India, I've been to India, I wouldn't want a $20 million net worth. You don't need it. You make $1 million if you live in India one time. You can conservatively live off 5% income interest, $50,000 a year for the rest of your life. If you live, and you'll live well in India for 50 grand. You'll be doing well. You could move to Thailand, 50 grand a year, you're having a great life. So now if you live in London, you definitely don't want to make $1 million, because London's the most expensive city basically in the world. So Tai's a Scorpio. Tai, you are a legend. I don't think I'm a legend. Tai, I love your 67 Steps program. I bought it 2 months ago. Let me read you some. I've been getting crazy testimonials on these programs. And I'll show you. You can actually contact the people. Let me just show you one that I got, I don't know, an hour ago. I keep all these WhatsApp groups with these testimonials. Now, I'm not promising that this will happen to you, blah, blah, blah. I got to put all that disclaimer stuff. Look at this. This is Chris Izquierdo in the social media marketing program, okay? Just hit over 500,000 in sales in under 7 months. Here's his screenshot from Shopify or ClickFunnels or whatever, or Stripe. $504,000. Just hit over 500,000 in sales under 7 months. The social media marketing course was a great foundation for success in e-commerce and marketing. Not bad. He made $503,000 on his online store. Look at his up. He went up 47 million %, probably because he was doing zero before, and then that is a stupid calculation that software does. Your business is up 47 million %. Well, yes, if you go from zero to 500,000, that's actually infinity. But I guess they don't want to put that. Okay. Here's Donovan Phillips Thomas. You can see him. There's a screenshot for $89,700, and that's one day. That's Stripe. You can see it says today. It wasn't today. This is a few days ago. I don't know why he says this. All praise to the man himself, Tai Lopez. Forget that part. Do not give me all praise. That man has truly changed my life by opening up to what's possible in life. If you guys, need help, comment below SMMA or Ecom. I know you guys are a lot of Ecom. Anyway, not bad, right? I did 115 orders in one day. I think he's selling fashion stuff. I think he's in the fashion niche. Here's somebody in my 300 group, Marco Diaz. Is it Marco Diaz? Yeah, Marco L. Diaz. Just made 10 grand this week. I show people how to set up multiple. If you don't know what you should sell online, you have to set up a series of experiments, you know? Devonte M says 5 million, that's trash. Devonte, remember, that wasn't my net worth. But why is 5 million trash? I think that's stupid. You're trash, Devonte. Show me your damn net worth. Show me. I want to see. You've been watching too many Marvel movies, been seeing too much Iron Man. This dude thinks he's going to open up the next Stark Industries. Shit, you'd be good to do 5 million you get 5 million net worth in your life, you're doing good, my friend. If you make 5 million one time, you can pay yourself 5% for the rest of your life. You can pay yourself 20 grand for the rest of your life, a month. Is that trash? Devontae, I don't know where you came from. You don't know jack shit. Steven Rakowski, had my first 100K day on Saturday. My online store did 500,000 in 13 days. Sweet. John Anderson said his net worth is negative 200 grand right now. Well, you'll get out of it, man. You'll be all right. Ty, they say your net worth is 110 million. So I have two different ones, 5 million and 110 million net worth. I'm going to change it to $5 just to see what people could do. My net worth is $5. In fact, this iPhone I have is my entire net worth, but it's on layaway, so I can only use it 3 hours a day, and I got to send it back. All right. Well, how did you get your first motivation to research all these? I mean, I had 5 mentors starting out, and then I've got a lot more. And they've shown me, you know, well, and some of it I learned the hard way. So social media. By the way, if you go to my website, the 4 things you can get for under 500 bucks, all 4. If you wait and this is over, then there's 700 bucks a piece. So if you want to save 2,100 bucks, I suggest you get in now. Social media, e-commerce, real estate, and credit. Those are the 4 things you need a mentor. By the way, notice, how much did you learn about these in high school and college? 0. How come there's not one major in college called sales? You should be able to get a PhD in sales or a master's in sales. You know that sales created the most millionaires and billionaires in the world. Great book on that. It's called The Self-Made Billionaire Effect. 70% of all billionaires started in sales. Lean 67, shake company I have, e-commerce. By the way, the definition of e-commerce is just selling things online. It doesn't have to be like Amazon, you know. You used to go to a store and buy stuff, and now you do it. It's called electronic commerce. So, me and my business partner do 15 million a month in e-commerce. Profitably, too. With profit, not just negative. Me and Alex. So that's not bad, right? There's people who do more. Elon Musk does more. Jeff Bezos does more. Lots of people do more. But Jeff Bezos ain't going to teach you anything. He's too busy. Or he does his own thing, you know. Materialism is about social status. Nah, everything's about social status. Social status is a very strong game that humans play. Even communists, even hippies, even people who don't believe in money play the social status game. Social status is built deeply into the DNA of humans. You should read the book Evolutionary Psychology by Dr. David Buss, one of my main people, my most fascinating mentor. Tai sells Coke. 15 million. What? No, that's fine. I'm like, the more theories running around in the world for you, it's the more free PR. I get that I'm in the Illuminati. I used to mess with people on my YouTube videos. I would walk around like this, making the little Illuminati sign just because I knew I'd get comments. I once did a Twitter poll. Am I in the Illuminati? 60% of people said yes. As if a real Illuminati person would do Twitter polls about it. I should do one, am I, fucking in the Italian mob? Because we all know one of the things Don Corleone liked to do was do Twitter polls. That was how he figured stuff out. Should I kill the other head of the 5 families? Tai, what do you think about the New World Order and depopulation agenda? Oh, man. Not a huge conspiracy theorist. There's a lot of conspiracy. The only conspiracy theory that always fascinated me was who killed John F. Kennedy. I thought that was interesting. Whether man goes to the moon, they didn't believe. There's people who believe the Earth's flat. I always liked that one. If the Earth was flat, then wouldn't it be a good hotel? I want to buy real estate at the edge of the flat Earth. That would be the best real estate in the world. You could have a hotel looking out over the abyss. Yeah. You know Alex Jones? You mean the conspiracy theorist? No, I just said I don't really like conspiracy theorists. I've watched him. He's kind of funny to watch. Tai, when's your next meetup? Soon. I'm going to do one in December. I will give you weed. Why did it pause? Like Ishan. Theory about going on Mars at this moment that government doesn't want to tell you. Who really killed JFK? I don't know. I was too busy doing stuff today to think on it. Most people that do conspiracy theories, you should spend more time improving your own life. I found that's a way better, life theory. Somebody said, flat Earth isn't a conspiracy theory. It's truth. Okay, fine. Who cares? That's a better one. Who cares? If the world's flat or round, Tai sold me Coke in college. I didn't go to college. That was another dude named Tai. I wasn't there, man. I started a business and dropped out. How much free time do you have? All day. As much free time as I want. I didn't do anything today. I'm catching up because I'm jet lagged from being in New York. Devontae said, dude, I do have to get to 5 million. This is the guy that said 5 million is trash. Devontae, you're not even at 5 million net worth. Never call people trash. There's a lot of people doing well who have 5 million net worth. It also depends how old you are. If you're 90 and your net worth is 5 million, that's not as good as if you're 9 and your net worth is 5 million, right? So there's a time value to money. The CIA killed JFK and Bush did 9/11. Tai should go on Joe Rogan. I believe the Earth shape is a donut. Tai, do you use eBay? So eBay is a way you can make money online. It's never been my favorite. It says Instagram's paused. Is it?
No. It did for a split second, but it was a couple
Should you use eBay? Here's the thing about eBay. It's do a lot of people use eBay? Is that a big source? A lot of you going and getting stuff on eBay every day? I feel like 7 years ago, that would have been a good idea. Amazon's better. Why don't you learn to sell on Amazon? eBay's okay. If it was me, if I'm focusing on long-term stuff, I'm not going with eBay as my core skill set. I'm just not. And you can argue with me all day, but maybe for certain weird things if I want to sell like posters or something. But not that many people go on eBay compared to Amazon. Just not. It's a fact. So what does Ben Shapiro say? Facts don't care about your feelings. Aaron McCrae just purchased all 4 of your programs. Congratulations, A. I don't know why I called you A. Aaron, I already gave you a nickname, man. Somebody said eBay has over 150 million active users. Okay. So you just proved my point. How many active users do you think Amazon has? I had a lady teach, I think she's in the e-commerce program, those of you who get in. She dropped out of college. She was on full scholarship for playing basketball. Her name is Liz Herrera. She makes $500,000 a month on Amazon. Show me people making 500 G's a month with profit on eBay. But whatever. Let me see. Amazon active users is 310 million active users. And let me tell you the difference. eBay people are not spending as much as Amazon people. People go to Amazon. The definition of an active eBay user is not as valuable as the definition of an active Amazon. People are buying everything on Amazon. The cart value, you got to look at cart value. You know, it's not true. I'm not saying you shouldn't learn eBay. I'm just saying learn stuff in the order of the potential reward. Why would you, I mean, what do you want to learn? Why don't you learn?
2 minutes, IG.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. So, you got Cyber Monday closing up here relatively soon. You go to tailopez.com/ this is one word, Cyber Monday Live. Instead of paying $2,800 for all 4 programs, you're paying less than $500. Or if you don't have $500, you can get each of them. Or if you're already in one, you can get any of the other ones for $190. I think it's $197 each, or $497 all of them. Noah says he sells on Amazon and eBay, and he does over 20K on each. Good, good. Once again, I'm not knocking eBay. There's other places to sell. You can sell on Etsy. It depends. There's certain things you're going to do better than Amazon. But as a core skill, you want to learn e-commerce. You want to build your own website first, and then Amazon would be second. Sometimes you build Amazon first, then Amazon second. Your own Amazon first and your own website second. Then you can go into the subgenres. You can build a site on eBay. You can sell on eBay. You can sell. I mean, I know people making money on Craigslist. You know, there's a lot of platforms to sell on. Tai, why do people believe that making money online or $1 million is unrealistic? School system, you know. Tai, how can you tell if a mentor is legit?
10.
Do I ask him about his finances? Usually you'll know. If you got to ask, it's probably the wrong person. All right, I'll see you guys here. We're going to reset. We'll reset Instagram. I'm going to answer questions for a little bit longer. Then I got to go. Jeff Bezos did Amazon first. No, Jeff Bezos started with a website. The website was called, I don't even think it was called Amazon to start with. Tai, talk about Ariana Grande. Don't know much about her. She has a good voice. That's all I can tell you. Josh says he makes more money on Craigslist than anywhere, to be honest.
3.
Hi, Tai. Oh. What's up, everybody? We're back taking questions on the new world, new way to quit the rat race job, side hustle, full-time business on your own, work from home, all the stuff that people don't think is possible that now they're finally realizing it is. Tai, do you sell on Amazon? A little bit. It's not my core skill. The people in the e-commerce course that teach Amazon, I have people, it didn't work?
No, it didn't work. I'll let you know when it goes.
I had them teach Amazon. I don't teach every part of the course. No one person's good at everything, you know what I mean? I'm not good at everything. All right. Tell me when.
This is the third time I'm trying.
What's wrong? Is it just not going?
It keeps saying check connection. It's on the right. It's on the 5G.
Why don't you close it and reopen it? Ty, how do you fit it all in? That's what she said. I couldn't resist that. Sorry. I don't know if that was a perfect one, but I've been watching The Office a lot. That's just too good to resist. Ty, what do you think of Patrick Bet David? Yeah, he was over at my house. He's a sharp guy. I interviewed him. Michael Scott. Did you reset it?
Yeah.
Are we up? Yeah. What's up, Instagram? We're back. I was doing my that's what she said joke. You guys missed it. Ty, sell computer glasses for $69, but I'm not making money back after ads. Any advice? Yeah, you probably got to retest the price point. You probably have a landing page that's obviously not compelling enough. You should have a video on the landing page, especially if your product's complicated or not commonly used by the masses. You have to explain it. Video marketing is the best place. So put a long video on your webpage. You got to keep experimenting. On average, it'll take you 17 experiments to find one winning combination. Write that down, baby. You want to know what you should sell online? 17-to-1 ratio. 17-to-1 ratio. The main reason people don't ever get out of the status quo is because they do 2 experiments, none work, and they go, oh, I can't do it. 17-to-1. 17 to, that's if you're good. So, I'll tell you a cool testimonial. So in 2015, I started doing a series of seminars. I did them at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood. And 2 students, well, they weren't students then, they just bought a ticket. I think tickets were $500 or something. Samir and Juan, you guys might have seen them on my social media, but this year, I'll show you here. It's kind of cool. This is what he just wrote me for Thanksgiving.
Resetting IG.
It died again?
Yeah.
Is it just dying, or what's it saying?
It keeps saying it'll connect, and then it can't connect again. Not reconnect.
He said, happy Thanksgiving, boss. Thanks for all the opportunity. Made $1 million this year, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. It's pretty cool. So it's one of my testimonials. This is one of my original 300 students, Samir and Juan. It's 2 of them. They were making $3,000 a month each. In 2015, they came to one of my seminars. They heard me talk about the 17-to-1 ratio of experiments. They did 8 months of experiments. They found one product that won. They started making about $100,000 a month. It would fluctuate between 50, and I think their peak month was 200,000. And now, a couple years later, what's that? 3.5 years later, they made $1 million. It's not bad. Not bad. Ty, I love your hard work. Thank you. Ty can bench 87 pounds. I can bench 87 pounds.
Each side.
And more. But I can do that as a technically correct statement. I can also bench 5 pounds and 6 pounds. You could have gone down, man. I can bench 3 pounds, 1 pound. Ty, can you talk about product or market saturation? Yeah, here's the thing. It's a two-edged sword. So competitive markets, people go, you shouldn't go into competitive markets. Well, most people who say that are morons. Because why are the markets competitive? Because a lot of people are buying those things. That's like saying you shouldn't, you shouldn't go to a popular nightclub. If you want to meet a girl, you shouldn't go to the most popular nightclub. You should go to the least popular nightclub. Yeah, that's a great place to meet girls. You know why it's not popular? Because there's no one there. So be careful. There's this thing called red ocean, blue ocean. Red oceans are highly competitive markets, and people say you got to start blue oceans. Yes and no. The best example of how you walk the middle, I would say you don't want red or blue. What happens? What's the halfway between red and blue color? Gray? I don't know. But whatever. You want like gray markets. Airbnb went after a saturated marketplace. So real estate and hotels. And they bridged the gap right down the middle. Uber was a saturated marketplace. People buying cars and people taking taxis. and they built a hybrid. So really, purple. So you want to be, I should write it down, book. All this book about blue oceans is whatever. It's not accurate. You want purple. Magenta, somebody said. Tai, were you a founding partner at LLG? Yeah, that's one of my that was an investment company that I started that's still in business. I sold it back to my business partner. It was me and him 50-50, but then I moved to California. No, Airbnb disrupted the market, making a new market for themselves. That's what I just said. Thank you. That's what I said. You had hotels was one option, or you had real estate you owned. Those are the two options for traveling. You could own a place like a mountain home, a beach home. You could sleep there. The other option was get a hotel. That was pretty much your option. Hotel, motel, or sleep with friends or whatever. Airbnb was a new market in a saturated hotel market, and it was differentiated a little bit, but yes. Tai, if you already have access to a large amount of free advertising, you can sell anything. Yeah, but my business is, I use my social media marketing platform to get initial customers, but you can't build a business just on having a big Instagram. It'll eventually flag. Unless you're like the Kardashians who have, Kylie with all her sisters has over like 200 million followers. If you're massive like that, she doesn't need to do any paid advertising. But I'm not big enough that I could sustain an 8-9 figure business just from my Instagram or Twitter. So I have to do paid advertising too. So that's good. Tai, thoughts on Owen, Cook, and RSD? Yeah, we're friends. In fact, Owen is one of the first people who ever interviewed me on YouTube. I think that was in 2014, before I even had my videos out. Tai, what's your favorite type of real estate investment? For me, I like raw land just because that's what I was trained in. But, Grant Cardone likes apartments. And one of the people teaching in the program, Cole Hatter, he likes to buy and flip. He doesn't flip super fast. Like he's making $1 million profit on a house he bought in Orange County, and he's held it for like 2 years or something. So it's like intermediate flip and hold, Pace storytelling ads are crazy, bro. For those of you who are getting in the SMMA program, one of the things you'll learn is one of the most powerful things you'll learn that I created this concept of brand story. So you can either do it for your own businesses or with social media marketing, you can do it for other businesses. That's the simplest way to start making money right now. Social media marketing agency. Trust me, I've trained more people in the world than anyone on this concept, social media marketing agency. Over 100 countries now. Success stories everywhere in the world, basically every continent. I don't know about Antarctica, but I was just in Australia. People coming up to me on the street, just like, man, this thing changed my life. So, what are your thoughts on paid social media advertising? Love it, love it, love it. It's the only sustainable, replicable, scalable way to grow a business in my world, How to become a master marketer. Lots of things. Lots of ways. Start. Best way to win a race, start. Best way to make $1 million, start making $1 million. Yeah. Even if the first attempt probably won't make you $1 million, but the second might, and the third has a pretty good chance. Tai, why are the prices so low? Trend's about to end. No, I don't know. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's why. You ain't never heard of those? Tai, for affiliate marketing, don't worry. You can just wait. They'll go right back up. $2,800. Tai, what are options for students in India? Right here. These two businesses, social media and e-commerce, you can sell to American customers while you live in India. Man, if I lived in any other country beside America, I'd have the simplest business plan in the world. I don't know what, here, all you people watching me not from America, here's the simple business model. Live in another country with lower cost of living and sell into the rich countries. Sell into the United States, sell into the EU. Such a good business model. That's price arbitrage, cost of living arbitrage. Google wasn't created in a garage. It was started at Stanford. Facebook was created at Harvard. Amazon started on Wall Street. Well, this is a very horrific way to describe this history, but okay. I mean, no offense, John. Amazon didn't start on Wall Street. Jeff Bezos worked on Wall Street and quit his job. So, I mean, is that how we're going to categorize things? Where people used to be before? Causation, correlation? Apple, biggest company in the world, was started in a garage. So that's a tough theory to sustain. Largest company in history. First $1 trillion company was built in a garage. And Stanford laughed at the idea. So that's not true, my friend. Facebook was built physically at Harvard, but had nothing to do with Harvard. So that is also a very confusing way of saying it. That's like saying if I had a business idea while I'm eating a hamburger at McDonald's, that McDonald's is the founder of my idea. Come on, man. You're smarter than that. What can I do to make 500 right now legally to get the program? If you don't have 500, you can just pick and choose 197 each. I've never put them this low. I just wanted to, it's actually an experiment.
IG paused again.
My brother was like, why don't you experiment? So I was like, okay, I'll experiment. Tai, where are the pretty girls? Am I not pretty enough for you, man? Come on, man. This is 2018. You're not supposed to care about gender. Interview me, Tai. I would love to work for you. We do. If you want to apply to work for me, I have a link on my website. I don't know if it's up right now. Tai, your brother is a genius. I'll tell him. I told him if this Black Friday experiment goes well, I'll give him a bonus. So we'll see. Cyber Monday. Let's see who's getting in here. Who we got? Oliver Lehman, Vince Cortese, Jonathan Angu, Zachariah Stevens, Narita Cruz, Scott Marceau, Nay Perez, Eli Davis, Mohammed Al-Nuami, Patricia Williams, Robert Fernetovich, Andrew Belts, Stephen Love, Arthur only. You don't have a last name, Arthur? You're just Arthur? Are you like King Arthur? Amanda Schmidt, Amir Khan, Faith Littleman, Jerry Tell, Sam Foyt, Eldon and Note, Jeremy Dyer, Rebecca Chloe. Just reading. I get a little alert every time somebody joins the Cyber Monday thing. Okay. Malik Peroza, Jose Quispe, Zach Taft, David Martirano, Ryan Brumez, Alexander Dade, Jay Saget. What if that was really Bob Saget buying my programs? He wants to grow his comedy career back. He's like, I need to learn social media. Tai has a sister. I do have a sister. I have an older sister. But I didn't, my dad was married 7 times. By the way, I just saw my dad. I didn't grow up with my dad. And I saw him this weekend. I thought he had been married 6 times. He's like 7. He wanted me to know. He was married 5, but 2 of them were like common law marriages. But he has a sister that I didn't really know until I was older. I met her when I was 12 actually, once at a McDonald's of all places. She came to visit she's only seen her dad one time. She lives in the Bronx. I can't find her anymore, by the way. I kept up with her until about 5 years ago and changed a number. I don't know what happened to her. It kind of sucks. But yeah, so I do have a sister. How do you feel about building a business in homeschooling? Now that's what I'm talking about. You know the stupidest thing about this world? All you people homeschooling your kids, have them start a business. Hello, get a brain. Do you look back at your life and go, oh, I'm glad that I didn't start making money, trying to make money till I was 22 or 24? No, that is the stupidest thing in the world. Bill Gates started at 12. Warren Buffett started at 7. Dude, the younger you start, the better, period. Anybody who argues with that, I swear, if it was legal, I would push them off a bridge for like poisoning the youth of America. Dude, when I look back at my life, if somebody would be like, time machine, I'm going to train you at 12 years old how to buy your first piece of real estate. Do you think I would look back and go, great regret in my life? Biggest regret. some mentor helping me start a business before I was 18, or my parents started. No one's gonna regret that. You know what you will regret? Everything else in school. Social studies. Yes, one of the great things in my life. You know something I use very often? I mean, just the great highlight of my youth was my social studies class. Oh, English was great. Gerunds. If I hadn't known what I know about gerunds now, I wouldn't be where I am. In fact, one of the most causative things in my life was learning how to conjugate verbs. I mean, there's no other way to learn language. You can't learn it by speaking it. You only can learn it out of a textbook. The geniuses in our U.S. Department of Education. And so if you can homeschool your kids, come on. Please, for the love of God, get your children learning a business at any age. Joel Salatin, my first mentor, he has grandkids now. His son Daniel has 3 kids. Each of them had a business since they were 6. One of them sells duck eggs to restaurants. It's like a gourmet food. They live on a farm. The daughter, she raises chickens that have like really colorful feathers and sells them. And the other one raises sheep. All 3 of them, before they're 13, have had a profit and loss statement. They've opened bank accounts. They understand income. They understand cash flow. They understand risk. They understand losing money. They understand persuasion, negotiation, how to price things. Do you think they're going to look back and go, what a ripoff? Everybody else was learning with, memorizing weird things. Come on, man. Please, please, please. If I will consider this live call a success, not if anybody buys my program, but if one parent out there starts training their kid to start their own business. Legally, you can start a business. If your parents are on board, you can start a business. There is no limit to the age. You could be 5. There's a kid who made 10 million bucks. Google it. He has a YouTube channel with his dad. He's 7 or 8 years old. He unboxes toys, and I guess he's an affiliate, or I don't know what he does, but maybe it's just his YouTube revenue. 10 million bucks. And he's under 10 years old. That's the train I wanted to be on. Why wasn't I born in that family? I don't know. But they've actually done scientific studies. The biggest correlation between your wealth is the age you started. Better to start at 17 than 77, my friend. Tom Cruise said he started making money when he was 8. He now earns $500 million. I don't know if Tom Cruise earns $500 million, but he might be worth $500 million. That's for sure. Ty, do you do podcasts? Yep. I've been neglecting my podcast. At one point, I was the #1 business podcast in the world last year. Then I kind of got busy and forgot to do it. Now I'm doing it again. We'll see if I can build it back up in the top 3 or 4. Ty, economic collapse is near. Never say the word collapse. There's no collapse unless there's nuclear holocaust. There's cycles. So there's a bottom. Yes, I predict there will be an economic bottom. What's the most educational movie you've ever seen? Karate Kid, the original one, because it teaches you about the power of mentors. Or Karate Kid, the one with Jaden Smith. I like Jaden Smith. I actually met him last year at a conference, and he's like, I watch your videos. He came up to me. I thought that was cool. Social media reaches everybody. It's insane. Like where I go, I want to meet somebody interesting, half the time they're like, I already watch your YouTube videos. Make a YouTube channel, people. Even if you don't get a lot of views, who cares? You're going to get more than 1 view. Hopefully. Hopefully you can figure out how to get more than 1 view. If you get 2 views, that means you're already reaching an audience. You know, there's a venture capital guy who said something fascinating. There's 2 things that are scalable in the modern world. One is software and one is media. And that's so true, man. Media. Because once you make a video that works, you get more and more people watching it forever. They can watch my videos or your videos for 100 years. And you only had to record them once. That's called front-loaded work. That's what I call all the businesses I do are front-loaded. The most work's at the beginning. They did surgery on a grape. Yes, I did see that. Adam said he's gotten 2 views on his videos before. Sorry, Adam. Well, at least you got 2. You leveraged yourself double. Could be worse. Yeah, we're having to order more food for this business we launched. I'm gonna be launching beef jerky business. That was the business I wanted to launch first. Then we just started doing steaks and ground beef. Beef jerky, healthy protein snacks. The snacks you get at the store are, man, if you read the ingredients, it's like, what in the world am I eating? Ty, what's your goal in 2019? Well, I'm moving to the East Coast more because I got more business out here. So I'm going to be in California less. I don't know if that's a goal, but. Thoughts on alchemy? Yes, great way to make money. Just take metal and turn it into gold. That's like, remember that Office episode where Michael Scott's talking about, he's like, you should get in this thing, and he draws the pyramid, and then they go, have you seen that one?
You show me the clip. It's not a pyramid.
He goes, no, he says to him, he said, Michael, is this like that time when you gave all your money to an African prince who emailed you? And he goes, when the Prince of Nigeria, when the son of the deposed Prince of Nigeria personally messages you, you help him. Yeah, that's about as good as alchemy. Time 13, should I buy the class? Yes, as long as you don't use your parents' money and then they call me and go, my son used our credit card, and they get mad at me. I'm like, don't get mad at me. Get mad at your son. I didn't reach through this thing, make him. People love to blame other people. If I was a parent and my kid bought something on my credit card, I wouldn't call the company and be like, how dare you sell it? I'm like, it's online. I don't personally interview every person who buys stuff. But once again, when people frustrate me, I just think about this. Thank God that would be my competition. How do you deal with the regret of wasted years? That is actually a very good question. I'm going to tell you this. Don't think on it long. Just think on it long enough to build up enough pain to get you to stop procrastinating. But if you think on it too much, it'll paralyze you. But you need to think on it some. Some people say have no regrets. You need to have some regrets. Because if you have no regrets, that means you learn no lessons. You got to have some regrets. You just don't want to have paralyzing regrets. There's a difference between motivating regret and procrastinating regret. Most people have procrastinating regret. It's just an excuse to not do anything. Okay. Which program creates the quickest results? I mean, if you could only get one of these courses, I would get the social media marketing program. That has the most students in it. We've launched that the longest, and it has the most success stories. But that's also, it has the most success stories because most people have gone through it. So, yeah. But that's my answer, long and short. What would you do if you were 20 years ago again? 20 years old again? I wish I was 20. You know, this is the best time to be 20 years old. Oh man, this is the time to be 20 years old from a money-making standpoint. I don't know about all the other things going on in the world, but there's never been a time when people under 25 have become billionaires. It didn't ever happen in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 1800s, 1700s. Zero, unless you were a monarch, a king. No, nobody, or a conqueror like Alexander the Great. But legitimate non-ways of making money besides killing people or being born into money never happened until the last 20 years, 30 years maybe at the most. Adam says he just lost 80 pounds. I would call that a success. Yes, as long as you didn't weigh like 120 and now you're down to 40. But if you were overweight, that sounds great. What's the success rate on the people who took your course? I have never done the exact math, but I would bet a lot of money. I would go head to head with any university program besides medical doctor. I mean, I don't know. What is the success of people who get English degrees in college? What percentage of them go on to make money as English teachers and writers? 2%? And how many of those 2%, or let's say it's 10%, how many out of 10% make a good living, above average living from that? None. Not none, but statistically almost none. So I don't know. I've learned nothing you can do in the world gets everybody success because most people won't even take the time to start. Ty is 52 years old, too late to start. Nope. Ray A. Kroc started McDonald's in his 50s, became the richest man in America. The man who started Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders, started, I think at 68 years old, he became a millionaire for the first time. So, advice for 16-year-olds who couldn't get in your program. Just try to do it on your own. It'll be harder, but you can start. You don't have to use my programs. It's definitely quicker and easier and less risk, but you can just start on your own. You'll have a little more hard knocks probably, but yeah. Okay. Any last questions? You got Cyber Monday's almost over. You can get the 4 programs. You don't have to pay. Normally it's $2,800 for 4. Now you can get in for as low as $197, or you can get all of them for $497. Okay? Social media marketing, e-commerce, real estate, credit. 4 things you need to know in the modern world they don't teach you in school. I know of no other place you can learn these like we're teaching them. None. None. Does your real estate program work for people living outside of the U.S.? First success story I had when I launched that program 2 years ago, me and Cole Hatter launched it, was a guy in Sweden. I think his first deal he made either $7,000 or $17,000. He keeps up with me. He done, I don't know, this year I think he did a $100,000 deal, $50,000 deal, just one deal. He's making 6 figures from zero. He's a young guy in Sweden. There's people from all over the world. This stuff basically works. Australia, I've got students in there making money. Yeah. Practical way to make a quick $500. Okay. Find a business owner, a friend of a family, say, I'll manage your social media marketing for $1,000 a month. That's my fee. Fix up their Instagram, fix up their website, add a MailChimp or Infusionsoft email capture on there, run some Facebook ads for them. You can learn all that stuff. This program is a 4-month certification, but you can get started in the first month. That's the quickest way. Don't try to make start out charging $1,000 a month. Don't charge 500. Bob Thorpe, $497 is a deal. It's a steal. It's the sale of the century. I don't know if it's the sale of the century. Sale of the century would be like getting a condo in Manhattan for like $497. That would be the steal of the century. I'll tell you the steal of the century I just saw on the news today. Somebody from that Storage War shows sold a storage unit for $500, and there was $7 million in cash in a duffel bag that the guy won. What do you think of that, Adrian? That guy, they opened it up. He spent $500 for it. Had $7 million cash. I don't even know how the taxes are on that. I'm assuming. No. You don't, man. Don't try to cheat the IRS. Then you don't get to spend the money. You go to jail.
I'm about to have my first Soothe massage at home. You guys can swipe up to check out Soothe, because seriously, you're going to love it.
Why does this Soothe commercial come up? Do you guys want a Soothe commercial? Massage. Okay. New comments. Is engineering a decent major? Only if you want to be an engineer, specifically. Believe it or not, I would not. There's a lot of people who become engineers, who get an engineer. My business partner, John DeWar, he started out engineering, didn't realize he liked finance more. So, Ty, I do want to thank you for incessantly advertising to me. I don't know how the algorithm works, but they actually keep me going with the constant reminders and motivation. There you go, man. Is it a one-time payment, Daniel Patino? Yes! For all of you worried, it is a one-time payment. But if you'd like, you can donate money monthly and send it to us. But you don't have to. Or give the money to charity. How's your fresh meat delivery business going? Amazing. We ran out of food, basically. We still have it, but we had to turn our marketing down. Dude, that business is wildly cool business. I'm very excited. Believe it or not, I started that same business when I was 19 years old. But then I was still living at home. I had moved back home. My mom was getting divorced, a whole bunch of family complications. And with my stepdad, I owned the business. Then they got divorced, and I had to leave that business. But here I am doing it again. Life comes full circle. Thoughts on high cash value life insurance. Be careful with it. I know a lot about life insurance. I actually wrote a book on life insurance. So, Ty, why don't you sell your program piece by piece? I just said that. There's piece by piece. And I don't want to sell this piece by piece because if you only learned half of it, you wouldn't be able to do it. That's like me giving you a course on how to build a car, but I only tell you how to like put the axle together, but not the, you know, the whole car. You can't sell just an axle. I mean, you could, but wouldn't be a car. Do you use your money to run on Facebook ads or use the company's money in SMMA? No, I use our money. We have a credit line with Facebook too for some of my business. Depends which business. Over time, you can build a credit line with Facebook. We have $2 million a month on one of our companies. Ty, be real. Oh man. Somebody said, Ty, be real. You never had money till you wrote your first book. You know, I don't have a book. So your theory. Ty said, he goes, your books didn't help anybody. That's right, because I don't have a book, dumbass. Oh, I love these. No, let that comment. Hey, the greatest comments you can ever get is people attacking you for stuff you didn't even do. There was a guy in London this year. He was an American visiting London. He got arrested for murder for a woman who was hit by on camera. It was like vehicular homicide, like a car hit her. So anyway, it was like from a month before, they arrest him, put him in there. He pulls up a picture and proof that he was in the United States the day she died. Full innocence. So for this guy accusing me of selling a book to make money, since I don't have a book out, I'm innocent of that charge. But good try. There's many theories about me. I will tell you this, real talk. Sometimes when I don't see enough hate comments online, I'm like, damn it. I call my marketing. I'm like, we ain't run. If you don't have people talking crap about your business, you aren't running. You're not scaling. You are not scaling. Remember when Jeff Bezos, remember when Elon Musk, people don't remember. I remember I would clip out news articles in 2008 about Elon Musk. Literally, Wall Street Journal, New York, all these New York Times, these top newspapers going, stupidest guy in America. Raised, at that time, I think he had raised $3+ billion in debt. I read this scathing critique of Elon Musk, the fool, da 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 da. No one will ever buy cars from Tesla. He doesn't have a product and all this. And look at him now. Now, some people will say the business isn't profitable, but that means nothing. Tesla is a serious contender with a market cap bigger than Ford Motors. So if people aren't writing articles about you, it's because your business isn't scaling. It's the first rule of scale. You reach a lot of weird people. If you have no weird comments, let's say you have a restaurant and some weird person doesn't write on Yelp, worst food of my life. It means you don't have a lot of people coming through your restaurant because the law of numbers and the law of averages just says if you have 1,000 people coming through your restaurant, at least 10% of them have serious mental illness. Really, that's at least possibly 20 or 30%. So if you get, 5 people a day in your restaurant, you may get lucky and not have any whack jobs. And they have to be crazy and want to write a Yelp review. So you guys need to be in that game and just go, this is part of the game,
People are saying they're referring to, you said the line, I wrote a book on insurance, or I wrote about insurance. That's what they're referring to when they're talking about your book.
Oh, my book?
Yeah, because...
That's how I made my money. I think a book on life insurance does not make you a lot of money. I think I sold like 100 copies. This is like 10 years ago. It's not a super popular. If you want to have a New York Times bestseller, don't go, I'm going to dissect the actuarial statistical numbers behind life insurance. Woo! Definite bestseller. Ty, I'm debating on buying that Black Friday bundle. $500 is a lot of money to me. Just buy social media and e-commerce. You can get these two later. You'll have to pay more, but at least it's better to get something than nothing. Ty, will you ever retire from all this? I kind of am retired, So Here, let me screenshot this Kim thing. She said she can't get a hold of customer support. Kim McDaniel, right here. Just send it to customer support. Ty, will you be able to visit Shanghai anytime soon? I did a Twitter poll today about Trump. Do you like Trump? Is he the best ever or the worst ever? Not a Twitter, Insta post, a story survey. 56% like Trump, 44 didn't. I'll tell you this, Trump is the most polarizing president of all time. Although, man, some of these other presidents, like Abraham Lincoln, you know how polarizing he was? He got shot. That's pretty polarizing. Same with JFK. Same with, what was it, Garfield? Garfield got assassinated. Attempt? Did he actually get killed? I'm not up on my late 1800 presidents.
Who was
but
the big fat guy that got shot at the World's Fair?
Isn't that Garfield?
Is that Garfield?
I think it was
He
Garfield.
continued his speech.
Ronald Reagan got shot and lived, but his Secret Service guy died, or basically became paralyzed from that. Yeah, true fact, presidency is the most dangerous job in the world. I don't know about that, but it's not more dangerous than like deep sea fisherman or coal miner, but it's the most controversial. How many presidents were assassinati? You didn't spell it right. Assistante. I think you meant assassinated. How many presidents were assistante? Are you Italian? Is that how you say? Italians say everything better. He wasn't assassinated. He was assistante by Don Corleone and Scarface. I think 4 were, if you count, you got, maybe, is it 5? Google it real fast now. You got, for sure, obviously Abraham Lincoln, Garfield, JFK, Ronald Reagan, 4. There's a 5th one. Wasn't there one? Not McKinley or one. How many presidents were shot at?
Abraham Lincoln.
Garfield.
McKinley.
Yeah, hey, I got it.
And JFK.
Yeah, and Ronald Reagan was shot but not killed. See? This is the things that I learned when I was 12. Instead of learning how to do a business, I learned weird facts that are of no financial benefit at any time in your life, unless you're playing Trivial Pursuit.
We have to end IG. It's at 1%.
What does that mean?
The phone battery.
Can you just plug it in?
We're
Oh. All right, IG. You got, just let it run out. Oh, you want to do it, yeah. Cyber Monday. Save $2,800. TaiLopez.com/Cyber Monday Live. Or click the link. Go to my website, Tai Lopez. You can see it on the homepage. Is gold illegal to have or not? Not. Technically, George Washington was shot at. Yeah, but he wasn't president then. Gerald Ford was shot?
George Washington, like in the war or something?
Yeah, but that doesn't... George Washington is basically... He started the French and Indian War. George Washington actually started a war. People don't know that about him. But that was before the Revolutionary War. Ty, I need a small loan of $2,000 for a car. I'm not gonna give you a fish. I'm gonna teach you how to fish right here. All right, I think I'm gonna go. All right, Black Friday. Dun dun dun. I'm out. TaiLopez.com/Cyber Monday Live. Not Black Friday. That says live. Cyber Monday Live. Or just go to TaiLopez.com. I think we have it right on the homepage there. See ya.